My name is Dr. Rueda Pietrus, and I'll be your program director and facilitator for today. Whether you're joining us on Microsoft Teams, Facebook Live, YouTube, or the UKZN website, we are delighted to have you with us. Today is really about partnership, and while your children are stepping into greater independence, we want to assure you that our students are supported within a structured, caring, and well-resourced institution. This morning, you'll hear from our senior leaders and professional staff across the university who will share how UKZN supports students holistically, not just in the lecture hall, but across every aspect of university life. Before we begin, a few housekeeping rules. Please keep your microphones muted. Use the chat or Q&A for general questions. This session is being live streamed, so we ask that you keep all engagement respectful. A reminder, we are subscribing to the Protection of Personal Information Act, and as such, please do not share any personal or student-specific information in the chat, including names, student numbers, or academic and financial details. Individual cases cannot be discussed on the chat, but we will guide you to the correct UKZN support channels. And with that, let's begin. Over to you, Norma.
I would like to then start off by welcoming parents, Bazali Siyanamugela, at University of KwaZulu-Natal, and hope that this session is going to be informative to you as we have planned as such. To fellow staff members, students, student leaders, and also valued stakeholders, and most importantly, a very, very warm welcome to our parents, guidance, and also our sponsors. Thank you for joining us today. Your presence speaks volumes about the core of our commitment, and also your commitment and support that you bring to this platform, and that you continue to provide to your children as they embark on this important journey. We appreciate that you have actually taken time to spend with us this morning, and also to be part of this important engagement as your children start this important journey, which is fundamentally about information sharing and also about partnership. At UKZN, we genuinely recognize and value the critical role that you play as parents and families, and also that the role also that you played in the broader life of the university. We are acutely aware that our students do not arrive here alone. They come with your guidance, encouragement, and also trust as we do not take your role or your responsibility lightly. At the same time, we recognize that this moment can be a both proud moment as well as unsettling. For many of you, you will be wondering that your child is living. How is your child is going to cope, especially leaving home for the very first time, and also it is also entirely natural to wonder if my child will cope at the university, would cope at with university life, and also wondering if everything that's happening at university or my child will be safe, and so on. So you'll also be wondering about the learning environment. You'll also be wondering about everything that takes place at the university where your child is going to be, especially as we have 5 campuses, so there are a lot of, they all have their distinct characters and also activities that are happening at each campus. As a parent myself, I fully understand the mixture of excitement and anxiety that accompanies such transition. This session has therefore been convened specifically to provide clarity, and also to give you confidence that in the confidence that in the system, and also people supporting your children, as you'll be hearing from them shortly, because we have our staff here that have come to actually talk to you this morning. Throughout today's program, you will hear from our colleagues, as I said, responsible for a range of services that supports students academically, socially, and also personally. These include college academic services, student support services, student funding and fees, residences and housing, risk management services. Together, they form a comprehensive support ecosystem designed to help students navigate university life successfully. While students' journey will be unique, our commitment remains constant to ensure that every student is supported and empowered to thrive at UKZN. Before I conclude, I would like to draw your attention to an important matter. We urge all parents as well as guardians to remain vigilant against scams and also fraudulent activity, which is very rife during this period. This time of the year often sees an increase in online scams targeting both students and families. So please be assured that no payment is required to secure academic admission or resident placement at UKZN. These spaces are not for sale. Should anyone request money under such pretenses, we strongly advise that the matter be reported to the police immediately. For accurate information and also reliable information, please rely only on official communication channels and also information published on the university website. We hope that today's session will be informative, reassuring, as well as it will put you at ease as you begin this journey with your children. There will be an opportunity as well for questions and also a discussion at the end of the program, and we encourage you to engage openly. Once again, thank you for trusting UKZN with this important stage of your child's life. We are looking forward to working with you as partners in supporting their success. Thank you once again for choosing the University of Choice. Siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Norma, for those brief remarks and for highlighting just how we value partnership and the critical role that parents play in the lives of their children, but also within our broader UKZN community. Just a reminder that we will be monitoring and responding to all the questions in the chat and on the Q&A forum. So we encourage you to please post your questions throughout the sessions as we've got our academic and professional staff on hand to respond. So to set the academic tone for the day and to just give us a clearer sense of how teaching, learning, and student success is approached at UKZN, we now will turn to a few messages from our university senior leadership. To kick us off, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Professor Thabo Msibi, our Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Teaching and Learning. Professor Msibi is responsible for the academic project of the university, from curriculum design and teaching quality to how we support students as they transition into university life and progress through their studies. In his address, he will not only welcome you to UKZN, but he will also share our vision for student success, academic excellence, and purposeful learning, and how the university creates an environment where students are challenged, supported, and guided to reach their full potential. All right. While we give our technical team some time to sort out the technical side, we will go to maybe something that is also at the heart of what we do at UKZN. And Norma did highlight that quite a few of the questions that you as parents have is that, will my child cope? How will my child cope? Will my child be safe? While we are an academic institution, we recognize the importance that the emotional and how important the emotional and mental well-being of our students are to student success. So to maybe give us a little bit more insight, I would like to call on Shelley Barnsley and Zanele Zuma from our Student Support Services, who will outline how UKZN supports students throughout their university journey, not just academically, but emotionally and practically as well. They'll speak to well-being, adjustment, and the kinds of support available to help students thrive, especially during this important first year. Over to you, Shelley and Zanele.
And it gives me great pleasure to be here with you today. Unfortunately, Sanele could not join us, so it's just me for now. Let me see if I can share my screen. Hopefully there will be no technical issues here. Give me a sec to see if I can share my screen. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Parents, guardians, families, students, if you're sitting here feeling proud, excited, and also maybe a little worried, that's completely normal. Sending your child to university is a big moment, not just for them, but for you too. Many parents tell us that this is the first time they're stepping back while their child steps forward. Okay, let me move this on. So let's talk about how university is very exciting, but it can also be very overwhelming. Many students struggle at some points with workload, confidence, homesickness, relationships, or stress. At high school, a lot of students have a lot of structure, a lot of routine. They have teachers, they have, they have structured curricula and so on. At university, it is often a big adjustment because there are increased academic demands, a higher workload, the pace goes faster, and students are expected to be more independent. So parents, your child may struggle with time management, with self-discipline, and adapting to a new social environment. The environment at the university is very fun. There are lots of wonderful extracurricular activities that can be taken part in, and there are lots of distractions. So it can be that your child struggles with learning to balance the demands of the academic curriculum and also their social life. In addition, many university students frequently experience stress, anxiety, and depression, and this is caused by academic expectations, financial pressures. A lot of students are funded by the National Student Scheme, social challenges, and also this harsh socioeconomic realities. Sometimes the NSFAS funding is not sufficient for students, and even though it's very helpful, they may have challenges actually managing their costs. There's also a lot of anxiety about the future, what's going to happen to me, and so on. So I'm here to tell you that student counselling, which is what we call student support services at UKZN, is here to provide a safe space for students to talk about their challenges, and we offer professional support and coping strategies. So student support includes professionals who listen, guide, and support. We give your child someone to talk to when things feel heavy. So let us talk about some of the other academic pressures that they might feel. The workload at university is heavier than at high school, and some students struggle with burnout, especially if they're having to juggle a range of things such as studies, if they're having to work part-time, and also managing sport and cultural activities, as well as their social activities. Our counselling services help students to develop more healthy study habits, to manage their stress, and to set realistic academic goals. Obviously, the university is a very social environment, and students may face pressures related to alcohol and substance abuse. They might have relationship issues, especially if they're sharing rooms, for example, with roommates and so on, and then also with navigating relationships with other people, other students. And also they might have struggles with fitting in a sense of belonging. Importantly, they also do struggle with managing their finances. And this is mostly for those who are living far away from home. And this can affect their ability to focus on their studies. So as parents, we encourage open and non-judgmental conversations on all of these topics. We also offer student development workshops on a range of topics, as well as peer support groups. Safety is very important, emotional safety as well as physical safety, and obviously campus safety is a concern, sadly, at many universities in South Africa. We do experience issues such as gender-based violence, which remain a challenge. However, we encourage you as parents to help your students with taking responsibility for their safety by being aware of their surroundings, using the campus security services, which you'll hear about just now, and reaching out for help if they feel unsafe. One important shift at university is that students are treated as independent adults. This means that there are limits to what we can share with parents. However, while independence is encouraged, students still need emotional support from their family. They need to be heard, they need to be encouraged. So we encourage you to have regular check-ins without being intrusive. How are you doing? How are things going? Is there anything I can help with? Being open to discussing mental health and challenges, and encouraging your students to seek help, your children to seek help when they need it. Sometimes the best kind of support is to say, have you spoken to student support services about this? Be open about discussing various aspects and encourage the use of counselling. Please note that it's not just for crises, but also for personal growth. So needing support does not necessarily mean something has gone wrong. It means your child is learning how to ask for help, and that is very important. You could also be aware of distress such as withdrawal, changes in communication, or academic struggles. So what do our counselling services offer? Confidential, free, professional support for mental health concerns by professionally registered psychologists and social workers. We also offer career counselling, career development support, all free, and these can be done face-to-face or online. We are also available to assist with crisis interventions for emergencies, as well as psychological assessments. Our student development programs, we work with academic development skills such as time management, study skills, how to prepare for exams and tests, as well as psychosocial skills such as how to manage your stress, how to develop your self-esteem, how to manage healthy relationships, GBV awareness, financial planning and budgeting, etc. And our career development programs are very useful in helping with job search skills, including how to write a CV, how to interview properly, and how to make a good career decision. So, having said all of that, one thing I would like to assure you about is that your child will not be left to figure out everything on their own. At UKZN, student support exists to walk alongside students as they adjust, as they grow, and as they sometimes struggle. So where will you find us? Our current model is a college-based model, which means that each college has its own student support services. This is going to change, and we are busy navigating the transition to a campus-based model, a centralized campus model of counselling. However, for the moment, we are based in our colleges, and this is where you can find us. So here are the College of Humanities, and students in that college can access these services at these locations with these contact numbers and via this email. In terms of the College of Law and Management, here you will find the location, the contact numbers, as well as the email. And this is also for them to make bookings and for appointments, and also to contact us for any support. In terms of the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, you see we also have 3 locations here. Here are our contact numbers. Please note that there is a toll-free number for all of these, so students don't have to pay any money to call us. Then last but not least, we have the College of Health Sciences, and they have a number of locations as well for support. After hours, the best thing for your students to do, or you, if you are concerned, is to contact Risk Management Services, and I've put the numbers there on the screen. We also have SADAG, which is the South African Depression and Anxiety Group, and they offer free online counselling for university students. In the case of an emergency where a student might be suicidal, there's a special crisis line that they can be called. There's also 24-hour free counselling from Lifeline, and some other useful contact details I've put on the screen for the police and also for GBV, which is gender-based violence. So you have done your part in getting your child here. From this point on, UKZN becomes part of their support network, and we so look forward to working with you and your children as they grow into capable, confident graduates. Thank you, Siyabonga.
Thank you so much, Shelley, for sharing what Student Support Services does and for highlighting the importance of emotional and psychosocial support. Parents, we want to reassure you that when your child, and if your child reaches out to student counselling, it doesn't mean that something has gone wrong. All it means is that they're learning how to ask for help, which is a very important skill to have. As Shelley shared, one thing we'd like to remind parents of is that there are limits to what we as the university can share with you regarding your child's academic progress due to the Protection of Personal Information Act. I have been informed that our Q&A forum is open, so we would like to encourage all the parents and students that have been posting questions in the chat. If you've not had a response as of yet, please may you post your question in the Q&A forum, and our staff are at the ready to assist you. Without further ado, we're going to give it another try, and we will now hear our welcoming address from our DVC for Teaching and Learning, Professor Thabo Msidi. Thank you, Musa.
Thank you very much to our program director, Dr. Rweda Petros, for that lovely introduction. Parents, guardians, and family members of our students, Siyanemugela and University of KwaZulu-Natal. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome you to the 2026 UKZN Parents' Day. Today marks an important milestone not only for our new students, but also for you, the families who supported, encouraged, and guided them to this point. In 2026, the University of KwaZulu-Natal is admitting 9,125 first-year students selected from over 300,000 applications received across our academic programs. Admission to UKZN is therefore highly competitive. Your child's place at this institution is neither accidental nor is it arbitrary. It reflects sustained effort during their matric year, careful decision-making, and a deliberate choice to pursue their studies at UKZN. We extend our sincere congratulations to our new students and to you, their parents and guardians. We also acknowledge the critical role many of you played in guiding and supporting your children in choosing this institution. You could not have made a better choice. UKZN is firmly established as one of South Africa's leading universities with a growing global footprint. In the 2025 Center for World University Rankings, UKZN was ranked 4th nationally and 505th out of more than 21,000 universities worldwide, placing us within the top 2.4% of universities globally. In addition, the university was ranked 362nd in the world for graduate employability, a strong indicator of the value our qualifications hold in the labor market. These achievements reflect our sustained commitment to academic excellence, a supportive learning environment, and the development of graduates who are intellectually capable, socially conscious, and professionally prepared for a rapidly changing world. You can be confident that your child will receive a high-quality education delivered by qualified academics and supported by well-resourced facilities. At UKZN, however, education extends well beyond the lecture hall. Students are encouraged to grow holistically through participation in sport, culture, leadership, and community engagement. The university offers a wide range of sporting codes, clubs, and societies that enrich the student experience and foster well-rounded development. Students also become part of a diverse and inclusive campus community. UKZN has made deliberate and sustained efforts to promote belonging, social cohesion, and mutual respect. As part of this commitment, all first-year students complete the critical social justice and citizenship module, which equips them to engage thoughtfully with issues of identity, inequality, and citizenship in a democratic society. We recognize that the transition to university life can be accompanied by uncertainty, anxiety, and legitimate concerns, particularly around safety, well-being, and adjustment. For this reason, pastoral care and student well-being remain central priorities at UKZN. A comprehensive range of support services is available to our students, including counseling, career development, life skills programs, psychoeducational workshops, group therapy, and other well-being initiatives. The university also offers a very exciting first-year experience program that will assist our students in transitioning into the university. We actively encourage students to use all of these services whenever they feel overwhelmed or need support. As we welcome our first-time undergraduate students, we do so with confidence that they are entering an environment designed to support both their academic success and personal growth. We look forward to walking this journey with them. Parents and guardians, we value your continued involvement and partnership. We ask that you remain engaged as your child progresses through their studies. As long as they are part of UKZN, you remain an important part of our broader community. Thank you. Siyabonga kakhulu. Siyanamukela.
Thank you, Prof. Msidi, for highlighting the supportive environment which prepares students for professional and social success that goes beyond academics. From this university-wide perspective, we're now going to zoom into the academic heart of UKZN. I've noted that on the chat there are quite a few questions around registration, timetable, student cards. Please ensure that you are posting those in our Q&A forum so that our academics may respond to it. So next up, you will now hear brief introductions from our 4 college leaders, each responsible for academic quality, student progression, and professional readiness within their respective colleges. These leaders oversee teaching and learning within the disciplines, guide curriculum and research direction, and play a critical role in student development and success across the university. Each of our colleges provide discipline-specific academic oversight and student support, and they work closely with our central services to ensure consistent student care. Let's hear from our 4 DVCs. Thank you, Musa.
Sanbonani, Kamalami, Professor Busisiwe Ncama. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor and Head of the College of Health Sciences. A very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of the leadership staff, UKZN students, and the College of Health Sciences, it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the University of KwaZulu-Natal, but more specifically to the College of Health Sciences. Today marks the beginning of an exciting and demanding journey, one that will shape not only your professional future, but also the lives of the many communities that you will serve one day. You are joining a college with a proud tradition of excellence in teaching, research, and clinical service. The College of Health Sciences is deeply committed to improving health outcomes locally, nationally, and globally. As students in the health sciences, you are entering disciplines that are grounded in science, guided by ethics, and driven by compassion. Your work will matter, often at the most critical moments in people's lives. At UKZN, and particularly within this college, you will be challenged intellectually and personally. The curriculum is rigorous, and the expectations are high, and the pace can be demanding, but you will not walk this path alone. You will be supported by dedicated academics, clinicians, professional staff, and peers who are invested in your success. We encourage you to make use of the academic support services, mentorship opportunities, libraries, laboratories, and clinical training platforms, which all are available to you. As future health professionals and scientists, we are also being prepared to respond to South Africa's complex health challenges with integrity, innovation, and social accountability. We expect you to embrace values of professionalism, respect, inclusivity, and ethical conduct, both inside and outside the classroom. Your time here is not only about acquiring knowledge and skills, but it's also about developing character, resilience, and a strong sense of responsibility to society. I urge you to be curious, to ask questions, to collaborate across disciplines, and to engage fully in university life. Take advantage of opportunities for research, community engagement, leadership, and personal growth. These experiences will enrich your education and help you discover your purpose. I also want to draw you to our excellence in research. We've got renowned professors that have done great work in terms of scientific advancements, such as Professor Abdul Karim, who has done a lot of research on AIDS, Professor Tulio de Oliveira, who has been leading in terms of COVID-19, as well as recently Professor Thumbi Ndungu, who has also done wonderful work in HIV and AIDS. In closing, congratulations on earning your place at the College of Health Sciences. It is not easy to get a space in the College of Health Sciences. We had over 110,000 applicants, with over 48,000 of those applicants being first choice for College of Health Sciences. But we only had space for 890 undergraduate students. We are very proud to welcome you. We are excited about the contribution that each and every one of you will make during your time at UKZN and beyond. May your years here be challenging, fulfilling, and transformative. We wish you every success as you begin this important journey with us at UKZN. Welcome to the College of Health Sciences and welcome to UKZN.
Good day, everyone. My name is Professor Fatuan Dau, Deputy Vice Chancellor in the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the college. The college is known for excellence across a wide range of areas, from groundbreaking research in rocket science, data science, climate change, and plant breeding, in advancement in biotechnology, diabetes research, astrophysics. Our staff and students continuously strive to push the boundaries of knowledge and innovation. We are particularly proud of some of our research achievements. Professor Shimelis, who is serving in the board of the International Crop Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics, ICRISAT, contributing to global advancement in plant breeding. Professor Green and Professor Smith have been previously recognized with the Oscars of Science for their outstanding work in geology and hydrology, respectively. These accolades are just a few examples of a high caliber of research and expertise within our college. To our incoming students, we are thrilled to have you join our community. You are entering a place where curiosity is encouraged and where you will be supported to grow both personally and academically. You have made a right choice. To the parents, rest assured, your children are in good hands. Our dedicated staff are committed to guiding them through their university journey, helping them to achieve their potential while enjoying a safe, inspiring environment. Welcome again to the college. We look forward to an exciting year ahead. Thank you very much.
Sanbonani, my name is Professor Enes Kalema. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor of the College of Law and Management Studies here at UKZN. I just want to welcome all the parents and the new students and returning students to UKZN, Siyanibingelela. And we just want to say you made the right choice for your child to be in this university, in this college. The college is a very, very unique professional college. We have 3 schools: the School of Law, Graduate School of Business and Leadership, and the School of Commerce. So our college is a very, very unique college in a sense that we have professional programs that are accredited by accrediting bodies within South Africa. In the School of Law, we have our LLB programs that has produced quite a number of legal professionals in the country and abroad. And also our accounting program is accredited by SAICA, the professional association that accredits accountants in the country. We also have a number of specializations within the commerce, school, finance. We also have a number of programs within management, studies, and business. So the college is quite unique in that sense that when your young adults come and join us, they will have quite a number of professionals and academics who are well-renowned, who will really lead them where they need to be in this industry. Our world is very complex, but I think they are in good hands at UKZN in our college. So for our student experience is what we value, and I think you will soon discover the possibilities of our clubs, but also the support that you will get from our support services, both academic support services as well as the counseling and all the things that will make you succeed at UKZN. And parents, don't worry, your kids are in the safe space. We have quite a lot of activities for them. What we want to emphasize is that they're not alone, and we have quite a number of activities that they will engage in to support their studies. So I want to say thank you for choosing UKZN and choosing the College of Law and Management as your college of choice. We thank you.
Dear parents, guardians, and sponsors, my name is Professor Ntanhla Mkhize. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor and Head of the College of Humanities at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. It is my great pleasure, on behalf of the Council of the University, the Executive Management and staff, to welcome you warmly to our university at the beginning of this academic year. Today is a proud and emotional moment, not only for your children, but for you as parents who have nurtured, guided, and supported them to reach this important milestone. Entrusting your sons and daughters to a university for the first time is both an exciting and challenging moment. Please be assured that we do not take this responsibility lightly. Your children are now part of our academic family, and their intellectual growth and personal development are at the heart of our mission. We firmly believe that educating a young person is a shared responsibility. While the university provides knowledge, skills, mentorship, and a safe environment for learning, parents and guardians remain vital partners in shaping values such as integrity, resilience, and respect. Open communication, mutual trust, and shared commitment between the university and parents are essential to our students' success. As an African university, we are also deeply committed to nurturing graduates who are not only globally competitive, but socially responsible young leaders who will contribute meaningfully to society as well as their communities at large. We thank you for your confidence in us. We look forward to working closely with you as partners in this important journey. Together, let us support our students as they take their first steps into adulthood, scholarship, and service. Welcome to our university community, and may this academic year be a successful and fulfilling one for all. I thank you.
Thank you to our college DVCs for highlighting what sets each college apart at UKZN, the importance of the different disciplines in producing leaders of the future, and for warmly welcoming our new and returning students. I'd be remiss if I didn't highlight that while there is a lot of social activities that students can participate in, that at the end of the day, UKZN, all of our colleges are made up of academics and researchers that are innovative, creative, and that encourage students to reach their full potential. So now we've come to a part of the program that I'm sure most of the parents have been eagerly awaiting. One of our most practical and frequently asked questions, whether it's during Parents' Day or during the first week of registration, is regarding student fees. Lucky for us, we are joined by Ms. Casey Keswa, our manager of UKZN Fee. Ms. Keswa will guide parents through key fee-related processes, what to be mindful of during the academic year, and how to navigate this space clearly and responsibly. Thank you, Musa.
Thank you, Dr. Petrus. Greetings to you all, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Casey Keswa. I am a manager in the Student Finance Department of UKZN. I'm going to spend a few minutes giving you key information pertaining to the fees that are charged by the university and to our student funding processes. The main fees that are charged to students include tuition fees, residence fees, student levies, and membership fees for clubs and societies. Tuition fees for South African students and for international students from the SADC region are determined based on the specific modules for which a student is registered. For the 2026 academic year, the tuition fees will range from 37,000 to approximately 74,000 rands per annum. Tuition fees for international students from outside the SADC region are $19,100 US per annum, and this includes the international students levy. Residence fees are charged per semester, and these range from 49,600 to 65,400 rands per annum, and this is for all students regardless of the country from which they come. We also charge a student levy of 330 rands per annum, and this is applicable to all students. Student levy is a student's contribution towards operational costs of campus health, sports facilities, and student governance operations. In addition, all international students are charged an international student levy of 2,400 rands per semester, and this is the contribution to the support that they receive from the university's international office. The 2026 fees are payable as follows. The initial installment, which is often referred to as a registration fee, is payable in advance of registration. For international students, the registration fee is 100% of the annual costs, while for local students, the registration fee is 7,300 rands for tuition and 6,800 rands for residence. If your child is registering for both tuition and residence, they will be required to pay a minimum of 14,100 rands before they can be allowed to register. The second installment should cover 60% of the unpaid fees and is payable by no later than the 30th of April 2026. The final installment should cover 100% of the annual fees, and this is payable by no later than the 31st of August 2026. We urge you to pay on time. Your payment not only ensures that the university has the necessary funding to sustain operations, but it also enables us to improve on the overall experience for our students. Students who are fully funded for the 2026 academic year would not be required to make any of the upfront payments, as their sponsors will pay the university directly. This then brings me to the university's Student Funding Department, which is a business unit that is responsible for all operational matters that are related to bursaries, scholarships, and other financial aid to students. If your child has received a bursary or any other form of sponsorship for their academic year, the funder will need to submit a funding confirmation letter setting out the amount of the funding that has been granted. Once this letter has been received and verified, the student would be coded as funded for the year. This would then enable them to register without making any of the upfront payments. If your child has received confirmation of eligibility for NSFAS funding, this would be picked up by the university automatically. And as soon as a student accepts the university's offer, they can then register without having to make any of the upfront payments for their 2026 registration. The university also offers merit awards to top achievers in the grade 12 exams. Students who meet the criteria need not apply for these awards. We will automatically select and notify those students prior to registration. All payments to the university must be made using only the banking details on the university's website. Payment can only be made either through electronic funds transfer, commonly known as EFT, or at any of our standard bank branches. Remember to always include the student number and only the student number as a payment reference. This ensures that the funds can be allocated to the student fee account promptly. Lastly, please be alert to scams that inevitably always surface from time to time. Do not action any payment requests received unless they have been properly verified. Always remember, you do not need to pay any individual to assist you with securing a place to study at the university or to stay in any of our residences. The university has staff that are employed to do this. We wish you all the very best as you embark on this new and exciting chapter of your child's life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Casey, for walking us through some of the processes and highlighting the importance of fees being paid on time. Before we go to the next presenter, we have noted that there are quite a few questions on our YouTube channel and Facebook about student res and when students will get confirmation about whether they've been allocated res. We've also had a few queries around residents in our Q&A. So I'd like to go to our colleague, Sabu Kumalo, and his team to maybe put their video on and unmute and just chat to the parents around some of these questions about when will students know that they've been allocated res if they've applied for it, as well as, when do students officially move into res, and if there's anything parents need to be aware of around if they haven't applied for res, is there still an opportunity to do so? Over to you, Sabu, and your team.
Okay. I'll just first answer the last question that you spoke of. Firstly, in terms of first years that are allocated that are given firm offers with the residents, that is strictly colleges that do that. So we receive a list from the system that these are the students that are placed, that are given offers with the residents. In terms of placements, all four campuses have started with placements for residences with first years that are already in the system that have accepted their offers plus residences. So how they check, they go to Student Enabler and you go under student registration and follow those rules. There on that site, you will see which residence that you've been allocated to, and you register for it. If you see a notice that says FH no rest, that means that student has a financial hold. If they are not NSFAS funded or bursary funded, they need to pay the 6,800 deposit. But most of our first year students that were given firm offers plus residences are already allocated, and I think if some students that require residences and have not been allocated, each campus has their own administrators. Maybe for Pietermaritzburg, you can email Dombela at ukzn.ac.za. In Ejut, there's Dube D at UKZN. I think I'll just write on the Q&As the emails of the administrators. In Westville, there's Kulu B at ukzn.ac.za and Mtetwa S3 at ukzn.ac.za. Similarly to Howard, there is Zulu N1, which is basically Nomcebo Zulu, and Miss Funega as well. There's also medical school, which is OMAR. And then in terms of the private accommodation, returning students associated with the first years, I think they will be allowed in the next week once we are done in full capacity with student residents. I hope I've answered your questions.
All right, thank you so much, Bushle, for answering those questions. I think that we do have it. So just to recap, students that were successful in securing res with a firm offer have been informed, and colleges do the allocations. If a student is not funded by NSFAS, they would need to pay a deposit for the res. And for students who did not apply, sorry, I just wanted to check. Students who did not apply for res but would now still want to be considered for residence, can they still apply, or will they have to wait until all offers have either been taken up or not? What is the process for students who did not apply for it?
I think you're correct with that you have to wait until all the students that were selected into residence are placed. However, they could email each administrator at their own campus. So what I'll do just now on the Q&As, I'll just write all the email addresses for all DSRE administrators, and then they can send their inquiries there. But one thing I'll emphasize is that can all the first years or the parents check on student enabler under residence registration so that we can deal with the issue of knowing that the student is allocated or not.
All right. Thank you, Bushle. If I could ask that we please post those email addresses in the chat and everyone will be able to see it. And then for our team monitoring our YouTube and Facebook Live to please also post those emails that Bushle will be sharing with the team there. Now, we wouldn't be student-centered if we did not give credence to our student voices, and these are represented by our SRC. So it is my great pleasure to now introduce you to our student leadership. We welcome Mr. Apelele Ntongo, the president of the Student Representative Council, and he will share insight on student life at UKZN, the role of student leadership, and how student voices are represented within the university.
Thank you, Dr. Petrus. Warm greetings, Sanibonan. I am Apelele Ntongo, president of the UKZN Student Representative Council, a formally elected body that champions students' interest. I am pleased to welcome you to the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Our core mission is to ensure that the student voice is heard and meaningfully included in decision-making processes. We advocate for an environment in which students are supported academically, socially, and personally. This requires us to continuously engage the university on issues relating to learning, resources, student well-being and support, accommodation, safety, and the broader campus experience. In all our work, We seek to promote a balanced university life that enables students to develop and reach their full potential. We also provide guidance and support as students navigate the demands and opportunities of university life. We look forward to welcoming our new students, many of whom will arrive with ambitions and a desire to improve their lives. Many of these students also see university as means towards improving the lives of their families and communities. UKZN will provide the support needed by students in order to reach their goals. In the years ahead, you will see these students develop into critical thinkers, scientists, entrepreneurs, and leaders who contribute meaningfully to society. Others will build on their sporting talents, while some will advance their skills in arts and deepen their expertise within their chosen fields. For many, this university will also provide the context for discovery, where new interests will be explored and lifelong friendships and networks will be formed. Most importantly, this is the setting where your children will lay the foundation for their careers across diverse fields. We cannot promise that this will be a smooth sailing, but we commit to working alongside them throughout this journey of learning, growth, and self-discovery. As the SRC, we encourage all students to actively participate in campus life and make use of the structures and services available to them. We are accessible and accountable to all students. We are looking forward to a successful and purposeful journey together. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Apelele, for sharing with parents just around how the SRC supports students. Now, safety and security is something that we are all acutely aware of living in South Africa. One of the key concerns for parents is always safety and security on campus. And as parents, you may be wondering how we as the university keep your children safe while on campus. With us today, we have Mr. Trevor Abrams. He is our security manager from Risk Management Services, and he will provide an overview of campus safety measures and how UKZN works to ensure a secure environment for students across all campuses. Over to you, Trevor.
Thank you. Good morning, parents and guardians. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you and see you, Trevor. Great.
Thank you very much. Again, welcome. Risk Management Services is here to ensure the safety of your children. I just want to see if I can put my slide, share my slide. Okay, RMS Risk Management Services responsible for the safety and security of the entire university community and its property across all 5 campuses. We are committed to protecting people, preserving assets, and upholding university policies through our core functions, which is operations, investigations, CCTV monitoring, access cards, parking management, crime investigations, intelligence. We have quite a vast section that we deal with regarding this. The safety of staff, students, contractors, and visitors is paramount. Our certified serious security officers, both full-time and contracted professionals, enforce university regulations, investigate incidents, and make necessary arrests, maintain order, and protect university assets. We provide 24/7 coverage across all campuses every day of the year. RMS employs a clear and comprehensive approach to campus safety. In exceptional circumstances, we are authorized to take necessary action to maintain security and order. I'm just checking if you're moving to the next slide, the next one. Our objectives to protect the university community, including staff, students, and visitors, as well as university assets. We foster a conducive environment for learning. teaching and learning. We prevent and combat crime effectively, secure and prevent the loss of university assets, reduce or prevent accidents and incidents, investigate reported transgressions, misconduct, and incidents, providing comprehensive reports. Our vision is to foster a safe and secure university community where the well-being and experience of all staff, students, contractors, and visitors are paramount, and where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. Our mission is risk management services exist to provide professional protection for the University of KwaZulu-Natal's people and property. We achieve this by proactively addressing safety and security risks through collaboration, partnerships, and by delivering comprehensive and efficient support for all university events and activities. Our values, acting with integrity and honesty. We act with transparency and moral courage. Delivering excellent service, we are dedicated to providing outstanding, reliable support. Being kind, respectful, and accountable, we treat everyone fairly and take responsibility for our actions. On the next slide is our emergency contact numbers. Please note that these numbers are displayed at the back of our access cards that's given to staff, students, contractors, and visitors. I just want to answer just some questions that was there on the platform. Our ID card offices is not open today. We are open Monday to Friday from 8 to 4. Vehicle access to supply the disc for the vehicles is also done at the ID card office. The place for the parking of the students then will be communicated to the person applying for the vehicle disc. I also just want to say that, and I just want to highlight again that we are a 24-hour service, meaning that we'll be there constantly and we'll always be there for the students at any time, whatever they want to report, whether they feel it's not important. Please just come through to our offices, phone us, and ask any question that you need to ask. We will assist your child with that. So our core duty is to ensure the safety of everybody on our premises. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Trevor, and for actually helping me, because I was going to ask you to answer those questions that we saw in the chat around the ID cards, as well as the parking discs. So thank you for giving us all of that information. We will release you now, and if there are other questions, I will come back to you on that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Trevor. So we are fully aware that UKZN attracts students from all over South Africa and also internationally. And for many parents, it may not always be possible for you to visit one of our campuses to get a sense of what student life may be like for your child. So to give you a visual sense of campus life, we now will invite you to take a virtual tour with us that showcases our campuses, our facilities, and our learning spaces. Thank you, Musa.
Welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal, the premier university of African scholarship where exciting possibilities await you and your children. As parents, we understand that this is a thrilling yet somewhat nerve-wracking time, but rest assured, we are here to guide you through every step of the way. At UKZN, we're not just a university, we're a family, and we're excited to be part in shaping the next few years of our incoming first-time entering students, also known as F10s. For our F10s, this is a period of transition from the schooling system into the university environment. In this video, we will walk you through the essential information tailored for you, your daughters and sons, ensuring a smooth transitioning into the university experience. In this video, we will walk you through a number of things. we'll tell you about registration, our student support services, safety and security, and last but just as important, offerings and interests such as our clubs and societies, sports, and socializing. But first, let's take a look at our campuses. UKZN boasts 5 different campuses, each holding its own charm and offering various degree programs. From Howard College in the heart of Durban to the Westville campus, we offer a diverse range of academic interests. It is our hope that our campuses become your child's home away from home. Howard College campus is right on the Berea suburb, a ridge above the city of Durban. Most of the colleges are housed here, so if your child is looking to study architecture, nursing, housing, law, media, engineering or music, this is where they'll be. The Westville campus, out on the Westville Hills, has a number of the same colleges, but this is really where science is studied in depth. This is also the Center for Management Studies. Most of the university executive and administration are based here. There is also a Hindu temple and an Islamic place of worship. The Edgewood campus in Pinetown is also quite well-rounded, the hub of education studies. Edgewood campus offers initial and in-service teacher education, as well as university higher degrees in a wide range of specialisms in education, as well as carrying out research and consultancy. Then there is the Nelson R. Mandela Medical School, a few kilometers away from Howard College. This campus is a medical school and a medical research center, and is attached to King Edward Hospital. All medical students are based here. The Pietermaritzburg campus carries most of the same programs as Howard College, but it also houses theology, fine arts, commerce, and agriculture. UKZN is a proudly African university and attracts students from all over Africa and the world. All lectures are conducted in English, and some courses are presented in isiZulu in keeping with the university inclusive language policy. Right, let's dive into the most important detail of all. There will be no registration done on any of the campuses. Everything is conveniently done online. No walk-ins are allowed on any of the campuses. There is a video that will guide you through the process, making everything seamless, stress-free, and easier. Our student support services, including online counseling services and support, have been enhanced to ensure your child always feels connected, supported, and part of our family. Our Student Services Division is equipped with excellent professionals, including career guidance, medical and psychological support. If your child is not feeling well or has any health or mental health concerns and would like to consult with a professional, there are on-campus clinics with qualified and professional nurses and qualified psychologists available to assist in our student support service offices on all campuses. At our institution, we firmly believe that no student should be hindered in their pursuit of education due to a condition that may affect them. We provide comprehensive support for students with disabilities. If you require assistance or guidance, our disability unit is available for you. There is also professional help and guidance available at our HIV and AIDS unit. Your child's journey is not just about academics. It's about discovering passions, making friends, and engaging in a variety of activities. At UKZN, we encourage exploration, whether it's in our libraries, campus gardens, diverse sports, or social clubs. Now, let's talk about accommodation. Applying for accommodation is a breeze. All UKZN campuses have on-campus accommodation as well as off-campus accommodation. Like registration, you have to apply for accommodation online. In terms of IT support, all UKZN campuses have walk-in computer help desks to sort out computer mishaps. They also have well-equipped access control computer labs that are accessible to all registered students 24/7. We take the safety of all our students seriously. We want our students to study and live in an environment that is safe. In this regard, the university will not tolerate intimidation, hate speech, discrimination, violence of any sort, harassment, or bullying online or offline. All our campuses have 24-hour security provided by Risk Management Services, also known as RMS. UKZN has also established a specialized gender-based violence investigation section within RMS to give priority to cases reported at the university's campuses. Parents, your involvement is crucial. We hope to provide a supportive network. Let's embark on this exciting journey together and make your child's time at UKZN memorable and enriching. Congratulations on reaching this milestone. We can't wait to welcome your child to the University of Choice, where greatness awaits. Here's to an amazing year ahead.
Getting to know your campus is fun. The UKZN virtual tour experience brings your campus spaces and places to you from your PC, tablet and smartphone before you even step through the gates. Begin your journey at virtualtours.ukzn.ac.za, where we have created a detailed campus map to make it easy for you to zoom in and take a closer look at the UKZN experience. Click on Select a Campus or Select a Scene and get started. We've made it easy for students and their families to explore UKZN whenever, however, and wherever they are. Enter and scroll 360 degrees. Enter buildings and view facilities and begin your journey to greatness.
All right. Thank you so much to our team for highlighting the different campuses as well as the different services on offer. Before we go into our formal Q&A and respond to your questions in the chat, I do want to remind everyone to please take note that we have asked that you do not share any personal information in the chat. That includes your identifiable information, your ID, student number, cell phone number, email address. Please do protect your personal information as this is a public platform. The session today is recorded and is being live streamed and will be available on all of our platforms for you to watch back later. At this stage, I would like to invite either our Deans of Teaching and Learning from the 4 colleges and the PR managers, because quite a few of our questions are around orientation. So I would like for the College of Health Sciences to start first, then the College of Humanities, then College of Law and Management, and then lastly, the College of Engineering. And could you please speak to us around whether students need to register for orientation? Is orientation online or in person? What are the orientation dates for the different colleges? And particularly, there were questions around architecture, engineering, education, social work, law and management, and the MBCHB program. And then in terms of are there different orientations, the university college-wide orientation versus school and discipline-specific sessions, as well as there was a question around the academic success bootcamp slots. So please, if I'm gonna hand over to Health Sciences first. I think Mary Ann, you can unmute yourself. Please put on your video as well when talking to the colleagues that are online regarding the orientation. Thank you. Over to you, Mary Ann.
Thank you, Dr. Petrus. Good morning, parents, and welcome to the College of Health Sciences family. We're really excited to have you join us. Just to inform you about orientation for our college starts from the 5th of Feb. We have nursing, anatomy, physiology, and then all of the health sciences disciplines orientation, which takes place between the 5th and the 6th of Feb. On the 9th of February, we will be welcoming all of our College of Health Sciences first-year students. We're going to have a meet and greet in the Westville Sports Centre from 8:30 till 4:30 on Monday, the 9th of Feb. We have condone lectures for that on that day for all our first years. We will be meeting your first year, your child will be meeting our college leadership on that day in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we're taking them through a mental health and wellness indaba, which is quite an exciting event. So we look forward to seeing them on the 9th. On the 10th of Feb, all medical students must report to the medical campus, to the exam hall on the 6th floor for the hepatitis B vaccine. It's really important for your child to be notified of this so that they can prepare in advance for those that may be feeling a little bit nervous or whatever it might be. And also for them to have a look at our website, which contains information on student conduct whilst in hospitals. And the reason we give them the vaccination is in order to keep them safe throughout their 6 years of study. And then on the 11th of Feb is the medical orientation, which takes place on the medical campus. It's really important for your child to attend in person because that is the first day that they will take out the Hippocratic Oath. They will also sign a declaration that will go to the HPCSA. So for the College of Health Sciences students, really important for us to note that during their first year of studies, they all register with their professional bodies and they follow the ethics and the conduct and the rules of those professional bodies. So it is essential for them to take note of this, not to miss lectures. A lot of the time the lectures are linked to clinical hours. And so if they lose out on attending lectures, that means they've lost out on clinical hours and they do not meet the requirements of their professional body. So we're really excited to meet with your child. From the 5th and the 6th, the orientation will be online, and then the 9th, 10th, and 11th will all be in person. And welcome to the CHS family, and we're really, really excited to have you join us. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Marianne. I will now go to the College of Humanities to address and talk to us about the College of Humanities orientation process and program. Can I check, Prof. Hoskins, will you be taking us through the orientation dates?
Thank you so much, Dr. Petrus, and welcome to our parents of our first year students. We really are excited to have you here as our 2026 cohort. Let me talk about the College of Humanities. We're going to have orientation, which will be online. It will run from Monday to Friday next week, the 2nd to the 6th. We're going to have a meet and greet session, which will be in person on the 14th of February. And please note, we've put in everyone links there, the link to orientation. We also are running registration support daily for those of you who may be struggling to finalize your registration. We've set up links there for you. We've put those. Yes.
Sorry, Prof. Just wanted to check if you are sharing video with us.
No, I'm not sharing any video with you. So I'm just talking. So the registration support is happening daily, right up until the end, the last date of registration, as we know, which is officially the 13th of Feb. But I want to point out from a finance and fees perspective that the last day for us to receive the minimal fee payment, which is the 7,300 to clear you for registration fees, that's if you've just got tuition. But if you've got res, there is an additional residence fee, and that all has to be paid by Friday, the 6th of February. So I would encourage all of you to please make sure that you meet those deadlines, or you run the risk of not being registered and participating as a student here at UKZN. And then finally, Dr. Petrus, I want to tell all our parents and our first year students that we have a mandatory program called the First Year Experience Program here at UKZN. And that program is a really dynamic, exciting program, which will allow you to transition into university life, and it will also help you with basic foundational academic literacy skills that will support your success on your mainstream curriculum. So we've put the link for the FYE program on the Everyone chat. Many of you already, if you have accepted an offer with us, have been awarded a mentor, a peer mentor, a senior student who's literally going to hold your hand and help you to settle into the university. If you haven't got a mentor yet, go and look at your college orientation or registration website, and we will reach out to you during orientation and ensure that you have your FYE mentor to support you with your registration and also with the rest of the FYE program. Thank you so much for choosing the University of Choice. Thank you, Dr. Petrus.
Thank you so much, Prof. Hoskins. Prof. Hoskins is the Dean of Teaching and Learning for the College of Humanities. Next up, I'd like to invite our Law and Management colleague to please share their orientation. Hazel, please can you unmute yourself and put your video on and just talk us through the orientation process for Law and Management. Thank you, Hazel.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for this opportunity and welcome to the parents of our first year students. I'm Hazel Langa from the College of Law and Management Studies. Our orientation for Law and Commerce students will be from the 2nd until the 6th of February. So they have to register for it and all the information has been posted in the chat and it is available on our website. So on the 2nd of February, we will be taking the students through the university systems and processes. This is very important as we will unpack how to set your login, how to access Zoom, how to access Teams and all those. And then on the 3rd of February is very important also because we'll be taking the students through the handbook, how, the academic rules work, the structure of their degree. I've seen questions about the BA and business science. All of that will be happening on that day. The team from the Teaching and Learning Office will also talk about the academic monitoring system because we want the student to succeed. So we are here to assist them in terms of monitoring and ensuring that they are on the right track throughout their duration, the duration of their studies. On the 4th of February, this is also very important as students will be divided now. Those that are doing the LLB will have their specific academic advising session where you will find the academic leaders for teaching and learning, taking them through the degree, the 4-year degree. And then on the same day, commerce students, you need to register. They need to register for their academic advising session for all the programs like the BAdmin, the business administration, business science, Bachelor of Commerce in accounting, the BCom General. Our colleagues will be there to assist them with structuring their degree and take them through the textbooks that they require, the modules, all sorts of interesting things about their program will be attended to on that day. That is the 4th of February. So students need to remember, those that are doing law have a separate session to those that are doing commerce. Then on the 5th, this is also another important session on information communication services. They will be taught or shown how to use Moodle, our online learning system, how to create a timetable and all matters related to IT. So this is not to be missed if the student is still struggling to compile or produce their own timetable. Our colleagues from ICS will be there to help them with this and also how to access notes and communication from academics via Moodle. Then the last day will be the 6th of February. It will be done by Student Support Services. As you alluded earlier, Doc, it's important for students to know where all support services are as they need to adjust to the university system. So our colleagues from Student Support Services, these are trained psychologists, so they'll help them with their personal development, psychological health, the well-being. All these things will be done or spoken about on the 6th of February. And then once they've all registered on the 13th of Feb, On the 14th of February, we're going to have our in-person meet and greet session. So they need to come to their campuses. Law students must go to Howard College campus on the 14th for a fun-filled day with their mentors, and they'll get to meet other students and just see all our facilities and just engage and socialize with clubs and societies. It will really be a fun day. This is the 14th of February for all students. So it's commerce, it's law in Pietermaritzburg, Westville. So just be on the lookout for more information. So once again, we welcome you to the College of Law and Management Studies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hazel. Last but not least, we will go over to the College of Agriculture and Engineering Science. Sally, are you able to unmute and share your video with us and talk to us about your orientation program? Thanks, Sally.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Sally, and we can see you as well. Go ahead.
Okay. Welcome to all the parents and students. I'm talking specifically for the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. So our students are on Maritzburg and Westville campus if you're doing science, and engineering primarily Howard, or we do have some students on Maritzburg campus as well. So the first thing I would like to say is please visit the website for my college and all the other colleges. If you Google CAES orientation, you'll come to our website and all the information about orientation is there, and each college has their own orientation website. We have orientation online next week. On Tuesday, it's a general orientation for everyone, where we answer all sorts of questions about funding, res, timetables, ICS, how to register, anything you might be concerned about. The session is repeated on Wednesday in isiZulu. And then on Thursday, we have a specific online orientation for engineering students, which deals with academic issues and which is run by the school. So it's 2 to 4, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. There's one general link, which is on our orientation website that you can click and enter. I'd also suggest you visit all the college orientation websites, because all the questions you've been asking in the chat, there's information there. So for example, if you're worried, how do you put your timetable together? If you go to our AES orientation website, there's a very nice little video there that talks you through the process step by step. If you're wondering how to set up your email address, there is information there telling you how to do it. So please, the information's there, visit the website. So next week is online. Then lectures start the 9th, Monday the 9th of February. People are worried where will they go, what will they do? On Maritzburg, Westville and Howard College campus, for that whole week we are having information desks where there will be mentors who will be there. You can visit them, they'll answer your questions, and we'll be running tours. If you're lost, they'll take you around to show you where you need to go. You will also, once you've registered for your modules, you will receive communication from your lecturers telling you where to go for your lectures, what time the lectures are. So don't panic, that information will come, and it's also on your timetable when you access your timetable. During that first week, the week of the 9th, in the afternoons, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for science students on Maritzburg and Westville campus, there is an academic boot camp from 2 to 4, where you'll be put through all the information you need for the academic side of your degree with the FYE mentors. And then, as the other colleagues have mentioned, on Saturday, the 14th of February, from 9 until 1, on Maritzburg, Westville, Howard, and Edgewood campuses, for all students in all colleges, there is a meet and greet morning, which is a fun-filled morning Your colleges will have sessions with you, and then there is going to be a general area where all the clubs and societies will be available. If you want to join up for a club or society, they will be there. So I really encourage you, all colleges, to come. Medical school students, you're also very welcome to come either to Howard College or to Westville, whichever suits you better, and come sign up for some societies. So please visit orientation websites first and foremost. Thanks, Dr. Petrus.
Thank you so much, Sally. And thank you to our college teams for just taking us through and addressing the majority of the questions related to orientation. Many of the comments were posted on the YouTube channel. If our moderator just let me know. And so now we've come to, and we've already started to, but we're looking now specifically at some of the questions that parents and students have posted in the chat. One of the things I do want to reiterate, which our 4 speakers previously have highlighted, is that many of the questions you have around timetabling, around where the venues are for lectures, will be how do students get their email address and how do they access the UKZN email address. All of those questions will be addressed during orientation, and students will be taken through how to activate their UKZN email address. Trevor and his team have spoken to us about the access to campus and the student cards. I will now open up for us to address some of the queries we've received or questions that we've received around registration and access to campus, as well as around offers that are being made and whether the acceptances are captured and who to escalate to should you not get any assistance. So I'd like to invite our college staff that deal with our registration as well as regarding the applications. So could I please have a representative from Health Sciences to switch on their video and address the questions around whether students are not allowed on campus until they've done a full registration. Another query was around what proof allows entry onto campus. Parents also want to know, what about applications that are still marked pending or awaiting decision? When can they expect an answer? And another question is, by when must first year registration be completed? So please, can I have the representative from Health Sciences to speak to us around that? And then we'll go in the same order as before. After that, humanities, law and management, and then engineering. I'm not sure, Mary Ann, if you would be speaking towards the registration and application, or if there's someone from the college office.
It's fine, Dr. Petrus, I can take those questions.
Thank you, Mary Ann, appreciate it.
Sure. So in terms of the registration process, registration opens on the 2nd of Feb, but students can continue to register until the 13th of Feb. I believe that the fees or financial clearance needs to be completed by the 6th of Feb. In the College of Health Sciences, none of our programs are as yet full. So we are still giving out offers. And maybe just to explain the process is we give out an offer, we give this to respond. And when the 3 days are up, we go back to the what we refer to as a waiting list and go down that waiting list, and whatever spaces are have now become available, because we withdraw the offer if a student has not responded. And on the 4th day, we then start sending out the offers again. So it's 3 business days to respond. And I think that's a lot of the times the students get a bit anxious because they're not hearing from us, but it's mainly because that is the process that we need to follow within UKZN. Can't remember the other questions.
So I think the question was around the offers. When will they know about pending or awaiting decision? You've answered when must first year registration be completed. I think a lot of parents are anxious about when will students be allowed onto campus? What will give them access to campus?
Okay, thank you for that. So essentially, once your child has registered, there is on iEnabler, they can basically print their proof of registration. So they would need to print a copy of that, come onto campus with the proof of registration, as well as a copy of their ID, and then security will allow them in. We have RMS offices on all campuses. So the first thing they would need to do is go straight to the RMS office, and where the traffic officers will make their student cards with them. Once they have the student card made, you'll notice that they will be able to access the different access points across all campuses. And yeah, I think that's it for my college.
Thank you so much, Marianne. So I'm going to go over to humanities, and I want to check, do we have Anusha or Karen on the call from the college side to respond to these three key themes? When must first year registration be completed? What about the application still marked pending or awaiting decisions? And when can students, I think the when can students access campus, Marianne has answered that. I'm not sure if Karen's here or Prof. Hoskins. Will you be able to speak to the first year registration deadline for humanities, and in terms of where we are at as humanities with the application still marked pending or awaiting decision? Are we still making offers for programs in the humanities?
Thank you so much, Roweda. In terms of the first question, Marianne has pointed out the key dates that we are all subject to in terms of the sessional dates. And I want to point out to parents and students alike, a key thing on your registration landing page or your orientation website will be the sessional dates, which guide you as a student. So I won't respond to that. We're all on the same deadline. With regard to the making of offers, we are in the same process. We do, as a college, as you know, receive high volumes of offers. There are in some programs where we are undersubscribed, we are still making offers, but the bulk of our offers have been made for our undergraduate F10s. I do want to say to F10s that if you have been made an offer and we send you 2 SMSs, the first SMS congratulates you and says we've made you an offer, and it refers to a second offer, sorry, not a second offer, but a second SMS, which provides you with details on how to now go and accept that offer. That if you are experiencing challenges with accepting your offer, there are links that we have sent to you daily where you can go in, and we have staff on the ground that will support you in the college office and even in the Office of the Dean of Teaching and Learning with registration support, and we'll support you to accept that offer. So anyone experiencing a challenge with accepting an offer, we will support you. So many of our programs are already on track in terms of being subscribed to. And we will say to everybody, I want to stress what Marianne said earlier is about meeting that deadline of all fees being paid by the 6th of Feb. If you do not, you run the risk then of not being registered. So thank you so much, Roweda.
Thank you, Prof. Next, we are going to go to Pindi from Law and Management. Pindi, can you just let us know, I think the other 2 questions have been addressed. Is Law and Management still making offers, or are all programs fully filled up? Pindi, over to you. You can unmute and switch your video on for us.
Dr. Petrus, can I come in? This is Professor Bomi Nomlala from Law and Management Studies.
Thanks, Prof. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. We are continuing to give offers to students. We did open programs for students to apply, and those programs have now been closed. And we are encouraging students to be in a lookout of those sort of offers that we've given to them and react promptly. We want to ensure that their registration and selection and finalization of their offers is done smoothly so that they're able to join us. Colleagues, I think in specific areas like law, they can maybe come in to speak to specific areas there, but we are continuing to make offers and we look forward to receiving students ultimately when they do register. And yeah, thank you. I'm not sure if colleagues from Ruben and Yvette, you are able to come in.
Thank you so much, Prof. Let me just check with your colleagues. Is there anything additional you'd like to add to what Prof has shared?
Thank you. Prof has answered sufficiently. We are still busy in the process of making offers and contacting the applicants to accept those offers, and we are assisting them with registering as well.
Thank you so much, Yvette. All right, up next we have Tracy from College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. Tracy, if you can just also let us know, is engineering still making offers? And if so, maybe also just mention the program so parents are aware. Thank you, Tracy. Over to you. And please turn on your video when you come on.
Good morning, parents, and welcome. In terms of the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Sciences, admissions is still going on. We are still making offers. Registration is open. It opens as soon as a new student has accepted your offer. You are welcome to and encouraged to proceed directly to registration. We also are assigning you an FYE mentor who will be in touch with you. They have been in touch with our first year students and they guide you through the acceptance of offer process and registration process. Once you've registered, for NSFAS students who've been granted NSFAS and you've been cleared, your registration goes through immediately and you are termed a registered student and you can print your proof of registration. In terms of fee-paying students, once you register, if you've not paid your initial registration amount of 7,300 as yet, you move to parked registration. And once you make that payment, you will move automatically to a registered student and then considered a fully registered student, and you can therefore then print your proof of registration. As I said, we are still making offers with the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. We do work on a sliding scale, so we are busy continuing to make offers. When I say sliding scale, meaning we make offers to the top applicants and we then move down lower as we proceed. Lectures start on the 9th of Feb. All information is available as previously stated on our CAES webpage. That address has been posted in the Q&A chat. And yeah, so any queries that you have are addressed on the website. But if you have further queries, we also have the staff contact details, college contact details, and whatever information you require there. Thank you so much, Rueda.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Just to say that as Tracy and everyone else has indicated, offers are still being made across the 4 colleges, and there is a process that they are following. So we are nearing the end of our virtual Parents' Day. However, I am aware that there are still some burning questions. And so I will be asking Casey, our finance team, to just be available and to maybe come online to address some of the questions that we have received via the chat. The questions for the finance team is, can fees be paid monthly via debit order? So is installments allowed? Parents would like clarification of the 60% requirement by the 30th of April rule. That's just how it was posed. So perhaps, Casey, if you can clarify that. How do parents upload proof of payment? How that works on Fresh Desk? And will there be refunds if NSFAS funding is later approved for students who have now paid the registration fee by themselves? So the key themes, Casey and your team, that we need a response to is, are there payment plans? How does Fresh Desk work in terms of uploading proof of payment? And will there be NSFAS related adjustments? So Casey, over to you and your team. Can I just check? Casey, are you able to unmute? If not, perhaps I can go to Tulani from ICS, because another question that we had on the chat that was important is questions regarding student data and laptops and LAN passwords. I think ICS, Tulani, if you can maybe speak to the LAN password setup, as well as regarding if students will be allocated data and how student laptops can be set up by ICS to work on the UKZN server. Tulani, over to you.
Okay. Basically, as ICS, we, in terms of LAN passwords, when a student registers, they by default get their default password is capital letter S, small letter T, small letter U, add your date of birth, which is the day, the month, and the year in full. So where it requires a username, the username is the student number, and the student email address is the student number at ukzn.ac at, no, sorry about that. It's the student number at stu.ukzn.ac.za. So by the default password, it needs to be changed, and the website to go to is password change.ukzn.ac.za.
Tulani, if I quickly I want to clarify the laptop question. The question was whether the university is in partnership with any company to get discounted laptops for students. So if you can maybe address that. And yes, Tulani is not sharing video. Sorry, I'm just addressing the people in the stream. Tulani is not sharing video that I can see. Yeah.
When it comes to laptops, normally we get laptops are provided by the student funding side in terms of NSFAS. We do not have any company that we work with in terms of sharing discounts for student laptops. SICS, that is.
Okay.
Is there any other question?
No, I think those were the questions around the LAN password and laptops. So thank you so much, Tulani. I want to check, do we have finance student fees ready to address the questions around payment plans, Fresh Desk usage, and NSFAS related adjustments?
Yes, Dr. Petrus, thank you. Apologies for earlier. I was struggling to unmute myself.
No problem. Please go ahead.
Greetings again to parents and our students. To respond to the query regarding payment arrangements, we do have a debit order system in place. But it's not for the initial deposits. So the registration deposit is payable in full before the student can be financially cleared and can proceed to register. But for the rest of the year, yes, you can contact our offices and ask for a debit order form. We do allow such payment arrangements. So if you are unable or you foresee that you will not be able to pay your 60% by the 30th of April, then you need to immediately contact us as soon as your child is registered. You contact us to set up that debit order arrangement facility. So if we do not hear from you and you do not sign a debit order form, then we would automatically assume that the 60% of the fees would have been settled by the 30th of April, and the balance of the fees will be settled by the 31st of August. Regarding the refunds to NSFAS, so if you are still waiting on a response from NSFAS regarding whether or not your child has received funding, you can, just so that you don't miss the closing date for registration, you can pay the initial deposit and get financially cleared. The refund, if at the end of 2026, you have a credit balance. So if your NSFAS is approved and they pay 100% of your fees, and at the end of the year, you have a credit balance, you will be able to apply for a refund and we'll process it to you. Another question was around Fresh Day. So all fee-related queries should be addressed via our Fresh Desk portal. Okay, so for more information, you can go to our website. It's registration.ukzn.ac.za/finance. All our information is there. Including how you get hold of us, including all the forms that you need to sign. There was a query earlier regarding the allowances for NSFAS students. How do they get allowances? So your child will need to complete a banking detail form and submit it to student fees via the Fresh Desk portal. So we'll capture those banking details, and that will enable us to pay all the allowances into your child's bank accounts. I'm not sure if I missed anything, Dr. Petrus. Is there another?
No. Thank you, Casey. That was great. And so I will release you now. So thank you so much to everyone for answering the questions. I know that there are more questions than we have time to get to. I would encourage everyone to go onto our social media platforms and rewatch the video. That there are responses that have been posted in the chat. We also, as many of our colleagues have shared, on our UKZN website, you can find answers to many of the questions you may have, as well as you are able to access the contact details for people who can support you further. So as we draw today's program to a close, I'd like to sincerely thank our speakers for their time, their insights, and their commitment to our students. A big thank you to the team behind the scenes for their hard work in organizing today, and to all the colleagues who availed themselves. Most importantly, we do want to thank you, our parents and guardians, for joining us this morning. Your presence today demonstrates the strong partnership between families and the University of KwaZulu-Natal, a partnership that plays a crucial role in student success. UKZN, as you've heard today from everyone, is more than a place where students attend lectures and write exams. It is an institution with people, systems, and structures intentionally designed to support the whole student, academically, emotionally, socially, financially, and in terms of their safety. Most importantly, I think all of our speakers have emphasized that the role of the parent matters. Your encouragement, your guidance, and your steady presence is what will make a real difference in the success of your child. To our first-year students that have joined us, you are part of a bold new future at UKZN, and we are committed to inspiring greatness in each one of you. Once again, thank you for your time and your participation, and we wish you and your families a successful and fulfilling 2026 academic year. Thank you and goodbye.